Coach Lanning, and you guys had been together in Alabama a little bit, right? So you saw him in that light, and now he's the head coach at Oregon and calls you up to be his defensive coordinator. How did that relationship evolve, and how excited were you when he called you about this job?
I got a big announcement. I just released my brand new resource for anyone trying to get recruited to play college football. Whether you're a player, the coach of a player, a parent of a player, this resource will help you learn everything you need to know to dominate the college football recruiting process. It's called the Get Coaches to Call Game Plan, and inside I'll reveal the secrets that top recruits use to make dynamic highlight videos and get in touch with coaches, and I'll give you a step-by-step guide for how to get coaches to notice you and reach out to you. The best part is that it's totally free. All I need is your name and your email. Check the link in the show notes. Now let's get back to the podcast.
Yeah, I was excited. You know, this extremely fortunate for me. This was the third time I was afforded this opportunity to be the D coordinator at Oregon in my career. And the major difference is Dan Lanning.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Dan really, he worked for me, matter of fact, at the University of Alabama.
GA?
That's right. Yeah, he was a GA of mine. And, you know, everybody noticed quickly, you know, just his approach, what a great fit he was with our staff. His growth mindset, you know, he was someone that I knew when he left Alabama and he got a better opportunity at that time, we were going to stay in touch, you know, and he was somebody that it was like, I want to hire this guy, whatever my next step is, or back here, which I attempted to do. Mm-hmm. And so shortly after that, Coach Saban agreed, and we tried to hire Dan as a full-time staff member at Alabama, knowing we were going to have some movement. We were actually preparing for a national title. We were in the semifinal game against Clemson, and Georgia was playing against Oklahoma. And whether Kirby got wind of it, because Dan wasn't self-promoting himself, and we were literally going to hire Dan right after the national title game. So we were playing Georgia, and I checked in with them about that Tuesday or Wednesday, and Kirby had already stole him to Georgia. He was there, you know, in some aspect working for them. I'm not too sure if that was even legal, so we have to look into that with Kirby. But he was already there, so no. And so he was there on his own will, getting ready, and so he was almost apologetic, you know, like I didn't know what to do. And there was basically, you know, felt like there was something for sure here as opposed to what you guys, you know, were most likely going to do. And we stuck in strong contact after that. Even when I went to the National Football League, you know, we would constantly do things like Zoom and jump on things and talk about some coverage concepts and pressure concepts. And, you know, we just stuck in pretty solid contact there. And then sure enough, you know, I was sitting in my office in Jacksonville, had a really good thing going there in Jacksonville, and had some other opportunities with some other organizations as that year was concluding. And Dan had asked if I had some interest in coming here. And when I told my wife that, she kind of knew within 30 minutes, probably like, okay, we're probably moving back to college football, and just knowing my respect level of Dan. But again, you know, going back into that growth mindset aspect of the game, and coming here, and then even he's exceeded my expectations of what he's done here, and so much more from a defensive standpoint. But his approach to the offense, the special teams, the connection of the team, how strong and important culture is to him off the field. It's been an awesome experience, and you know, it's really cool to see just our immediate success, but also acknowledgement of, you know, continuing the things that we can all improve.
Yeah, cool.